Hello. Gonna be breaking down whatever this is going to be. I hope it won't take 500 years, but hopefully it's actually pretty short because I have nothing. So anyway, so I says, personally, I feel like it's important to take the other person's feelings into account when something like this happens. Uh, okay. I mean, that's true. I don't think that feelings care about other feelings or other person's feelings because they're your feelings, right? Uh, kind of a rough start, I guess. I wouldn't know. But, I mean, you say personally? Okay. So, personally, I say no. I mean, it's important, it's just not necessary, I would say. So, go into the next sentence. Some people like moving fast, some people like moving slow, and some simply are not looking for love at that moment in time. Uh, okay. Yeah, I agree. Okay. We should probably put a like counter or something, I don't know. Or a dislike counter as well. So that should be interesting, but okay. Yeah, I'm using Samsung Notes because this is easier for me than Discord when everybody's talking at the same time. Anyway, I would also pay close attention to any person you and your crush know mutually. Okay. I'm gonna continue reading. If this person's friends like you, then they may like you as well. Huh. Okay. I have nothing to say at the moment, so I'm gonna just read along. Spend 2.5 minutes. Okay. A person's friends are a reflection of them in a way, but not that much, huh? I mean, okay. You say some people like moving fast, some people like moving slow, some simply are not looking for love at that moment in time. If you take into account every single person in the whole freaking like globe, it's just not gonna happen. You would need to assess every single person, which would just take more time, and probably you'll be dead by the time you actually uh, by the time you assess everybody and actually get to a safe relationship. I mean, I would say anyway. You say personally? Well, this is my personally. There you go. Okay. To continue. Where did we last leave? Okay. If their friends are hostile to you in any way, there's a large chance that your crush's opinion of you may reflect their friends. Since they speak to their friends more than they speak to you, if you are not an assertive person. So, what are you trying to say exactly? Because I have no idea. Uh, Let me read that. Let me read that again. I'd also pay close attention to any person you and your crush know mutually. Well, that's you. I don't know about the whole universe, if there's any such criteria. Well, anyway, if this person's friends like you, then they may like you as well. I mean, sorry for the monotone voice. I just, I try. I try to laugh a bit here and there, just to not make it so boring. Um, so that's kind of what's going on. uh, by the way, somebody said that, a while ago, I remember. The hehe is apparently scary. It's not. Like, what? It's just my laughing, dude. Like, if you would actually go to another content creator, some call me Johnny, he actually laughs like that as well. So I don't understand what the problem was. He's got so many views as well on Sonic 06. Well, anyway, back to the uh, writing. uh, this mini essay here. I mean, I don't mind. It's just I like it so far. Um, A person's friends are a reflection of them in a way. If their friends are hostile to you in any way, there's a large chance that your crush's opinion of you may reflect their friends, since they speak to their friends more than they speak to you if you're not an assertive person. Like, is my brain dead or what? I don't understand this one. I'm gonna just move along because I think it's. I mean, if you can explain it to me, I would love that. But, okay. Lastly, and this is an important one, you should take the person's culture into account as well. The first thing I noticed was that, you know, this is actually long and detailed. Like somebody cares here to actually care about another person. So, you wouldn't do this to any individual you don't exactly have any sort of, investment in. So I'm kind of actually glad they, um, I'm not going to say they anymore since it's out in the open anyway. I actually cared here to, not be all that, what's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Come on, what's the word? Lastly, this is important when you should take the person's culture into account as well. I forgot the word. I have so many thoughts right now, but anyway, if the person you're crushing on has had a different upbringing than you, okay, look, of course, there's gonna be a different upbringing for every other person. Like, for example, okay, my sister, even though she's my sister and I love her so much, um, she's in Canada right now. She's older than me. She had the same mother that passed away. So what's the difference? While she went away to another freaking country in the US to Canada, I'm staying here. So I don't know what the deal is. I mean, she visits, that's good. So that's great, but I wouldn't know about the person's upbringing than you. I wouldn't say that just because they're in the same family or in the same household that people will actually end up the same. There is no way that's actually how it happens. I believe, okay, this is my, uh, I guess it's my personally again. Um, I'm not trying to offend her. I'm just trying to say it's my opinion, I guess. I'm not really sure if this is based in facts or not. So, actually, let me just bring up my pen here, since I have that. Yeah. Samsung thing, S20 Ultra. So can I okay, I can do that. Lastly, this is an important one. Different upbringing. Whoops, okay. uh, you can highlight that, I guess, or put a circle on it. They're from a country that is vastly different than yours. Oh, there you go. That's um, that's a good point, actually. I would say that is a valid point. So, if they are from a country that is vastly different than yours, excuse the handwriting. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I'm holding my phone. I'm talking to the mic. What are you trying to do to me? Like, it's almost been like 10 minutes. We haven't even finished, so that's not great. Should pick up the pace a little bit. So there may be a chance that your floating techniques are interpreted as general friendliness or vice versa. I agree. Since they like you might just be the way they speak normally. That is also true. I have heard so many different "you're a nice guy" comments on myself. Every other girl always says I'm a nice guy, and then they reject me. So that's great. That makes sense. So I'm a nice guy. but I'm not the nicest guy, is what I'm getting here. Anyway, there may be a chance that you're floating. Okay, that's done. You never know until you ask. Are you serious? You never know until you ask, huh? Okay. Um, okay. I'm gonna have to, no, I'm not gonna pause this. I'm gonna actually think about this live, sort of. So you never know until you ask. Wow. There's a lot to decipher here. So, and by the way, I use ciphers all the time. That might actually be another thing you may be fond of, ciphers. Especially 184, 1854, I mean. It's actually a cipher for red, which makes sense because I have 1854 going around all over my accounts. Not all of them, just some prominent ones. Anyway, back to the talk, as Simon Sinek would say. You can look him up, I guess. Anyway, you never know till you ask. Excuse me, I did ask the question. Uh, so that's great. You may be an absolute stranger to this person who has creative fantasies that your crush does not understand. Well, I mean, you create fantasies anyway. I won't say any examples because they're all lewd, and I wouldn't want to get that going down. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole apparently because I'm a decent guy. Whoops, that's not a good answer, is it? Uh, okay, here's the rephrase. I'm not a decent guy. I just try to be. I mean, especially recently, I've been doing the chores around the house. Um, I mean, if you would call my dad a witness, because some people don't want to admit that family is a thing that you can rely on. Like for example, okay, there was like an incident in university that something really bad happened regarding a girl. She was married, and despite that, I actually haunted her. So that wasn't a good memory, or a good example even. But I tried, and look where I'm at now. Still as single as the day I was born. So there you go. You never know until you ask. Well, that's not exactly true, is it? What if you do know before you ask? Because I interpret a lot of things from people. So, like for example, another example for the crowd, I guess, is Miss or Mr. Ah. I'm not gonna say the whole thing because I have no idea what's going on. I think it's a miss. I wouldn't know because my memory has been proven wrong so many times. It's always the memory that fails me. So that's freaking amazing. You want an example of my memory failing? Well, I did mention I had bipolar. You know what that does? Not memory loss. So it's a separate issue. I may have repressed memories or something from what I actually did when I had bipolar. I'm not gonna say what happened. You might want to ask my dad about that if you want. Because it was such a horrible experience to just kind of flip the switch and just uh, like explode like a volcano. Which, by the way, is a reference to I's song where you. No, I'm kidding. I think I knows the song that she talks in, which I did listen to. Not gonna say for hours on end, but maybe. Anyway, for all you know, you may be an absolute stranger to this person who has created fantasies that your crush does not understand. Okay. I just kind of want to end this because it's been going on too long. Your crush may even be someone who is in childish interested in romance due to focusing on bettering their own life. I can see that happening. That's for sure. I mean, I would say though that uh, focusing on bettering your own life and being interested in romance, there's something called multitasking, but I wouldn't know if that applies here. Uh, but there's multiple tasks. I don't know. You tell me. So there you go. Back to the last paragraph. As someone who has had the fortune of being someone's crush before, and I'm speaking strictly from personal experience, it can be quite intimidating when someone you barely know confesses their love for you. Okay. When you're not acquainted with them. Okay. I mean, I do have a pen. I should probably write this down. A for the one. There you go. Amazing. Should probably write amazing as well. No. We're gonna skip on that. It might actually take 500 years till I perfect my handwriting. Um, it's gonna be quite intimidating when someone you barely know confesses their love for you when you're not acquainted with them. Well, it's not like I didn't try, I mean, it's not really for you even, but for example, okay, another example because I love doing examples. Um, there was a certain girl. I've known her name for a while, and then it didn't work out. I'm just gonna say. Okay. For me personally, it is a turn off that makes me want to remove this person from my company. Okay. I would go to my DMs with the eye here and kind of analyze what I tried to do. But it would take another 500 years, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, maybe next video, if anybody wants to watch that, because I don't think anybody wants to watch my life story. A certain individual doesn't want that. I had an entire epic about my freaking life story. No, people don't want to know because it's too horrible. No, seriously, my story, my epic observers, the one I've have on my profile, the cover, the lava theme, every single thing you might ever want, like even the hairs, are all in the epic. So, I mean, you want to know somebody well? Okay, read their freaking book. How about that? No, it doesn't happen. So, okay, I mean that's a moot point. For me personally, it is a turn off. I mean, okay, I don't understand, guys, or gals, or whatever, or machines. Um, I looked at that would prefer to be someone's friend prior to any sort of courtship. Well, to be frank, okay, my sister did that and it didn't turn out well. So you're gonna have to excuse me for being a bit blunt there. This is my personal experience, but I hope that you find it applicable to your situation as well. That is all. See how nice they are? Okay. You can see how I agree with some things, but not all the things. So if we can summarize, have like 30 seconds before it becomes 20 minutes. So personally, I feel like it's important to take another person's feeling into account. Okay. No. That's an X right there. Some people like moving fast. Yeah, okay. Me sure. But also pay close attention to any person you and your crush know mutually. Eh, you know, if this person's friends like you, then they may like you as well. That's true. I mean, they have friends too for a reason. I mean, I hope you have good friends though, because if you don't have good friends, I don't know what the point is. A person's friends are a reflection of them in a way. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that. I would say the person's, well, person is more reflective of the person than anything else. I mean, seriously. When you have lone wolves going around, um, you don't exactly think about, what was my point gonna be? Oh my god. Uh, you can see I'm kind of nervous here. I mean, actually my my left hand has been holding my phone so long that it's kind of getting numb. So I'm gonna try to end it here. I hope I made sense. You know, with my hands at least. My freaking hands. What? Might actually be going crazy. So I'm gonna end the video before I do. I'm gonna title this so I can actually go back to it. When AI, whoops, okay. That is me, Ahmed Isa. uh, when AI talks to AI. There you go. I mean, I hope this was interesting at least. I'm gonna end it here, hopefully. I've been saying that forever. I hope you enjoyed, because I didn't. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Anyway, see ya.